Hello everybody, this is Stephanie Delaney and welcome to this short presentation on how to prepare for winter quarter snow days, part of the Learn Something New professional development series. The most important thing about using technology for replacing lost class time is planning ahead. And in planning ahead, you want to just answer a few important questions. Where should the students go? And that gets at what technology are you going to be using, and I'll be addressing that in a minute. But so you got to figure out where they're going to go and when should they go there. Do you want them only to use this technology when the college has been declared closed, when you send out a message to them letting them know to go there? So they need to have some clarity on when to take advantage of the technology that you're going to be using. And then, what if the technology doesn't work? You always want to think ahead for when things go wrong, because they will. And they will go wrong at the time that you least want them to go wrong. So you want to have a strategy in place for how students can get help. And then what happens if the student doesn't have access, or what happens if you, the instructor, don't have access to the technology? So, in our most recent snowstorm, most people had power, but some people didn't. And, most people had access to the internet, but some people didn't. And there'll be some students and that don't have access to the technology at home, even if everything else is working. And now, a lot of people will point to those students, maybe one or two in every class, and say, well, that's a reason not to use technology to make up for lost class time. But really, if you can help 30 people access the materials, and there's 3 that you have to work with individually to get around the material, to get around the assignment, to me that seems like a good bargain. So that's certainly something for you to decide for yourself, but I'd encourage you to have a plan for people who don't have access to the technology. Now, what kind of technology can you use? Oh, first, you got to put the answers to those questions in your syllabus. It needs to be crystal clear, and you want to point it out to the students right at the beginning of the quarter, because when the college is closed is obviously too late. So be sure that you put it in your syllabus and review your inclement weather policy, and make sure your inclement weather policy doesn't say when the college is closed we won't do anything anywhere, including online, because if you're planning to move work online and your syllabus says you're not going to, there's a little bit of conflict there. You want to be clear. So some of the tools you can use. You can use Tegrity, which is new to our district, or to our system. It's available at all the community colleges, and for those of you at Cascadia, come on over to me and I can help you get all set up with Tegrity. It's super easy to use. If you're at one of the other colleges, be sure to contact your Tegrity administrator, which is often your e-learning director. And Tegrity allows you to sit in front of your desk, like I'm doing right now, and just talk, show a slideshow, talk. It will capture your screen. It can capture you on video. A really nice tool for replacing a lecture. You could use Illuminate if you want to actually engage with the students at the same time that your class would have happened. For instance, let's say your class meets from 9 to 10, and you tell your students, if the college is closed, we're going to meet from 9 to 10 anyway, but we're going to do it in my Illuminate virtual office. And then you can use voice, you can use text, you can use images, you can use PowerPoints, all sorts of things to have a live engagement at the time of your class. Again, your e-learning director can get you up to speed with Illuminate if you're not already familiar with that fabulous tool. You could go pretty low tech as far as technology goes and use email. Maybe you just want to send out an assignment and have students do some work there, and you don't need anything as robust as Tegrity or Illuminate. And that's a perfectly good option, is using email. Maybe you want to use some existing Web 2.0 technologies. Maybe you've got a Facebook page for your class, or Twitter, or Wiki, or a blog. There's just all sorts of ways that you could communicate with your students outside of the classroom space. You just got to figure out what you might do, and hopefully our discussion board today will give you some ideas about what you could do. Speaking of the discussion, other resources for this topic are on our Google Sites website. I've got some links there to Tegrity and Illuminate to show you how to get started with those tools. There's a syllabus checklist that can help you think about what you want to put in your syllabus, and our discussion on VoiceThread, where you'll answer the question, how will you use technology to replace lost class time? Thanks for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the discussion.